Could go for a vehicle that the Lifestealer could jump into as well. Wouldn't hate it necessarily if you ended up seeing something. Well, they're going to go back for the Darkseer. Still feeling comfortable in that pickup. And obviously, Zaki is not going to be a hero that's taken. But LGD are also going to be going for the Oracle. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do you need to start thinking about ways to break Enigma Black Hole? Maybe going for the Vengeful Spirit?
That's one way of dealing with it, but I don't want to be too reliant on that because LGD could easily pick up another. There's so many heroes left in the pool. You could easily pick up something which could cause more trouble, like an Invoker. For some reason, that's been left in, and yeah, okay. I like this Oracle pickup against WG Unity. You realize that instead of banning Timbersaw, they banned out Oracle the last game. It was like Ricky, Earth Spirit, Oracle followed by Terrorblade. So that was pretty much like the reason why Oracle. Yeah, like Oracle is the counter to the Darkseer in the lane because of the Fortune's End.
Hmm. Yeah, that is going to cause a lot of trouble there. And it's something where, if they wanted to, they could go back for the DP as well, or even just sort of go all kinds of crazy and pick a Huskar, or they can just keep it simple. I mean, that's the beauty of having the Oracle against the Darkseers, that you're already going to be in a position where you can just sort of counter them out in lane and throughout the whole course of the game as well. So it's already not looking great for Warriors Gaming Unity, and I'm wondering, after such a severe beatdown that they suffered in game number one, if they're going to be able to handle this pressure that LGD has been applying to them. Fourth pick still coming relatively soon, hopefully, is it's down to 35 seconds. They've been bringing through that reserve time, and not sure what they want to go for as of yet. Really? Okay.
This is a good pick. Enchantress, Darkseer off lane. You combine that like Ion Shell with creeps, you can get the combo off. It leads to great push. And at the same time, this will punish the greediness of the Enigma in the jungle, unless they decide to move things out, and that's where you put Enigma off lane, which I feel that should be the case, since yeah, this is going to be a Xiao Enigma for sure because they got the Oracle. So Oracle, Enigma, ET. The bright side is Enigma can rotate to the jungle, ET can take the off lane for himself, but I don't think I've ever seen Xiao play the ET before, so it's highly likely to be Enigma off lane. And Sven, oh, I like this pick already.
Yeah, it's some beautiful stuff right there. And Zaki plays a great Enchantress, but it's worth noting that aggressive can definitely farm with the best of them, and Sven is a hero that's really going to allow that to shine. So I'm loving the pickup. It's still great. How do you feel like the matchup is against the Lifestealer? It's something that's a little bit of a difficult one.
I think it just boils down to the laning phase, but if you're talking on even terms, I feel Sven kinda has the edge because of the God Strength. Lifestealer can chew through tough cores, but if he has the Warcry, it makes things very hard for Sven. For Lifestealer to chew through the Sven. It's hard to bite someone with all that armor packed onto him.
Yeah, for sure. That is going to be the Invoker ban that you were talking about. Not wanting to hand that over to the side of LGD, and they do take the DP out as well. So with the fifth pick here, still a lot on the line and a relatively greedy draft.
Could be.
Is this going to be offlane ET?
No, I think it should be an offlane Enigma. I have seen Xiao play that before, and he should have a decent time for EXP. Oh, Storm Spirit. Okay, I was thinking for a Bat Rider, he would go for a Bat Rider, but Storm works because WG Unity, if you spend so much of your spells, they have very few control spells. Basically, if you get the Lion to use Hex's Earth Spike onto the Storm, who's gonna stop the Enigma? Who's gonna stop the Sven? And with Natural Order and Sven's high damage output, Warriors Gaming Unity, it feels like a very scary draft for like going into this matchup against LGD.
It's also kind of a nice deny pick, and only 7 seconds left. Like, that could have been something that really would have messed with LGD's lineup. They're going to have to go for a Tinker instead. I don't know. I really don't think that that's the greatest against Storm Spirit either. There, I feel like LGD kind of just outdrafted Warriors Gaming Unity. What's your thought?
Feels like it as well, but Tinker against Storm, I have to say this is very ballsy. I mean, it's common knowledge that you see, Storm Spirit is the counter to the Tinker. So in this case, you're still picking the Tinker after the Storm Spirit pick. that just lets you know
Yeah.
that Nana is very confident of taking on maybe, or he's this is just one of those this mind games where you're like, okay, everything's gonna boil down to the laning phase. We've got two of these mid laners who are very greedy. Like before they hit the level 6, both of them are very very vulnerable. Or
10
Tinker until he
seconds
gets his
remaining.
bots. So this game you're gonna force Enchantress to either
5
try and
seconds
cut down the
remaining.
Sven's farm if you can, or you
Mm.
have to keep locking down the Storm and hope that the Tinker gets a good laning phase. That's all you can do right now.
I mean, you say that it was a little bit of mind games. I'm kind of wondering, considering the draft was down to those 7 seconds there, and it was really creeping closer to just having to take something. If Warriors Gaming, they were hoping to take the Storm Spirit for themselves, and were just kind of left not knowing what to do at the end there. I obviously you can't know if that was the case or not, but I mean, this is a hero that traditionally does have a lot of trouble with Storm Spirit, and I don't know. It's feeling like maybe they got a little bit played there towards the end. If you think about a life stealer bomb with the Storm Spirit, that's like the classic way to go for it. But regardless, if I'm LGD right now, I'm feeling good about the draft. And considering that they also were able to handle Warriors Gaming so well last time, this is feeling like it could potentially get a little bit ugly as the rotation is going to be coming in for this bottom rune. I don't know if they're going to be able to contest this really from Warriors.
And just elaborate a bit more on the mind games part, like especially since WG Unity, they've already lost game 1, and Rudy said like the loser of this, you go on to play DC. So this is where WG Unity, if you're them, like these guys are a very young team. And these players are all very young as well. So you can only wonder what's going on through their minds, how nervous they are playing up against a very strong team, strong and experienced team like LGD, and who has plenty of exposure to the international scene. So even if you talk about who's going to lose, there's so many thoughts, potential things which can just running through your head. What's going on? Like, who are you going to be afraid? Who's going to be more afraid to face off DC?
Yeah, that's the tough one indeed. And I mean, I'm looking at this also. The Zhao 8 Enigma who's just going to head straight over to the jungle, has himself good to go, and they can run the September Elder Titan with the boots, just trying to mess with Wen in the offlane here on this Dark Series. Not going to have as good of a game as he had last time around, and just instantly going to get ran at. Man, this really sucks to be a Darkseer right now. He just does not have a great answer. Honestly, I'm kind of wondering why he didn't just go for like an Iron Talon right off the bat.
It's hard because you can see right here, this camp's been blocked out by LGD. They did very nicely to take that one out, but it's going to be dewarded. So Zaki's going to have to try and salvage this lane for the Darkseer. I mean, this is why you see Oracle as a ban. You don't want Darkseer to have a tough time. And if you notice from all the bans from LGD side during the ban pick phase, they're all offlaning heroes. They understand that if you destroy one, who is the key initiator for WG Unity, you pretty much stop how you're pretty much forcing them to change how they approach their team fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're seeing also now that September just getting these pulls off, it's causing him a lot of trouble. He's not going to be getting any experience out of this, and they're just going to have to hope that Zaki's going to be able to do something. He is smoked up and might be able to move in here and try and mess with Zhao 8's farm a little bit. See if he can finish off a couple of these lesser Eidolons as more damage is being spread back and forth. Maybe still having a decent time on his Storm Spirit against the Tinker. But yeah, not going to be able to really do all that much except for soak up experience here. At least for now from Bambi.
Right, so Xiaowei gonna take care of this creep. No, doesn't get the stack off. And at the same time, Zaki just stole 2 big creeps. So he's gonna run straight into Xiaowei. Can he catch him though? That's the question. He's gonna steal a bit of that farm. Xiaowei's not gonna be too pleased about that.
Yeah, this is a wraparound though. MMY is here.
With double damage.
It's still going to be tough for them to find a kill, but the DD certainly helps. And right now, only the points in Untouchable might be in trouble. Can they find this kill? There's going to be the Stomp follow-up, and September takes the kill in dramatic fashion. Well done.
Oracle has one of the lowest base damage, but he has the strong, like one of the quickest attack animations in the game. So with the double damage, 100 click and no untouchable, yeah, he's just having a tough time. And Zaki may have to give up on just rotating. He needs his early levels at least.
Oh, when gets taken down.
Down.
God, MMY is such a player right there. He came in, threw out a couple of those right clicks, was able to get the Fortune's End off to take the Surge after it had already been used, and there was just no way that we're going to end up seeing the Darkseer get out of there. So really, really solid play coming in across the board for LGD. And 2-0 against this lineup, this is not where you want to be. Granted, I mean, Tinker is still having an okay time, but do you need to come out ahead in this lane?
Yes, you do. Tinker Nuke, like you see, he's gone for the 2-2, no points in the march just yet. And he just needs to do whatever he can. A lot of this game has to come down to Nana. He needs to do well. Because Wen and Zaki, they're struggling very, very hard to try and even balance out this lane in the first place. But Aggressive is falling low. The Hadouken comes out, that Shockwave. Maybe they can try and go for a kill into Aggressive here, but it's very, very hard.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing
Oh,
in
they
the
could go
world
into
for
MMY
sure.
actually. MMY could be a tasty kill.
I mean, they've still got the tangos up on Sven, so he's slowly healing up through all of this. And it doesn't really feel like they're contesting this farm as much as they need to be. The ion shells are there, but they can be purged off by MMY, and you can see right there immediately taken off. They are going to end up going for these last couple creeps and an easy 89 gold. Good stuff.
So now you understand why WG Unity banned out Oracle whenever they pick the Darkseer. Like, they know what... You could tell that they knew what Xiao Wei was banning against because he's read them very well. And in this case, they thought they could try and challenge it. The idea was there, but it's just way too hard for them right now. And maybe picks up a nice regen rune. He's getting closer to that level 6. You look at Tinker, still no BOTs yet. It's just a bottle and boots. CS wise, maybe he's actually come out on top. 25 and 1, despite having to deal against that Rocket.
Rocket and the lasers, they end up being able to take down the courier. Nicely done there. Zaki just spotting it as it ended up going by. And that was the Bassi as well as a ring of regen and 2 wards. So a pretty tasty treat with that courier. Everybody is in the mid lane right now. They want to try and catch maybe and see if they can find a kill, but I think that September realizes this and is hanging out by maybe's side to make sure he doesn't get jumped upon. Afu is there as well with the Lion. And yeah, they're not going to end up being able to catch him, I don't think.
I don't think they know that Sep has seen them.
Okay, there's the Hex. It's out as well, but not going to be able to keep him alive. The rotation comes in. Xiao Wei does not have Black Hole up as of yet. Oh, that would have been a really big moment if they could have found that, but a good kill for Warriors Gaming. They needed that one desperately.
They do, so they stifle a bit of the Storm's farm, and this gives Nana a bit more freedom in this lane at least. So, yeah, I'm quite surprised he didn't just lay the Spirit down preemptively the minute they saw the creeps going in, but I mean, who's to say? It was really, really a very tough call, and they had perfect vision on them the whole time.
Oh, mid lane going in now on Nana.
Oh, this could be a
He's
kill.
a little bit upset about what happened previously. He's not going to be able to find that one, but he should be able to escape. Nice dodge of the Earth Spike.
Trying to go for the bottom rune, so they will contest it, but of course, you know, Zaki being an Enchantress, sprinking away.
Takes one hit right there for his troubles, but nothing really of consequence. That does really suck for maybe now, though. He's not really got a whole lot to heal himself back up, and starting to feel like this could be a bit of a turning point, as long as Nana does not end up getting caught there by a stomp.
And if you look at Aggressive, he's got the Helm of Dominator, he's got his little range creep already at the Ancient, he's got to get a very nice stack incoming soon, and that's where things get more difficult, because you look at WG Unity side, they don't have heroes who can contest the stack, maybe besides Lifesteal who can sort of steal one Ancient at a time, but still, it's still very, very hard. You look at Xiao 8, I mean, okay, top lane, the tower still hasn't fallen yet, so they still have that going for them, and Xiao 8 still has the Black Hole available for him, so yeah, that's just one way, and don't forget, Black Hole is now pure damage.
Yeah, it's also not just being transitioned over to pure, but it also ended up being like an aggregate buff to the amount of damage that it was dealt, as Nana is going to get jumped on again mid lane and looking for the crush. Maybe could go for this, but he's just going to hold on to his mana for the moment. Does not want to overextend.
Looking at Zaki now. Smoking again with 2 creeps, but the Wild Wing Ripper not exactly the best creep for, you know, disabling anybody besides the Centaur Stomp. So maybe a bit of armor to die for Xiao 8, or no, he's just gonna go around. He wants to go for Sep. The ward just expired.
I blocked off the Ancients. That's what he was doing there.
Alright.
And now he's going to try and go for the wrap. I mean, Zhao still has Black Hole, and obviously everybody can TP in if things start to get a little bit too testy. You do have 2Ps on several of these heroes, although Oracle is not quite level 6. But recognizing the inherent danger of his situation, Zhao still playing things a little bit close to home, and looks to be fine for the moment. DD Rune now picked up for maybe, and he does have his TP off cooldown now, so any rotation in at this point is probably going to be suicidal. Alright, yeah, Zhao Wei spots it. The pings come out. If they wanted to, they could TP for this. Not going for it as of yet.
They really want the
Nope.
tower. Oh, he gets the tower denied the Eidolon, so that's a lot of gold being denied to the side of WG Unity. And you look at Tinker still, okay, he finally has his BOTs, so he's gonna try and stack this one more time, and then he can, Sep and MMY, they've read this very well. Nana!
Uh-oh.
Rest in peace.
This is not what you want to see at all. Maybe he just jumps in and finds the kill. Everybody else was already there to the party, but he cleans up at the end and is going to be able to do a nice little chunk of damage to this tower as well. Going for the DD rune, and this has been a really nice series of events for LGD. Pretty much everything that you could have hoped for in the last couple of minutes, and clearing out the creep wave, pushing it in, and might even be able to kill this off if nobody responds.
This is one of the saddest games for Enchantress I've seen in a while. They want to go for maybe, but the Centaur Stomp just nowhere close enough, and he's always going to be able to zip out. Ajit has a lot to carry on his team as well. Nana going for a Solar Ring now, so okay. And they're smoked up, so looking at MMY and Sep. Will they find Bambi, or will they go for the Dark Seer?
Well, they kind of got both, depending upon how they want to go with this. 600 HP on Zaki. Not the easiest in the world. Looks like they're going to be able to find Ren. There's going to be the Fortune's End. Follow up with the Stomp, and another
very close. Not
Not going to end up getting taken out. He is going to be able to get out of that one for the moment. September now jumped upon by Ajit, still looking for the kill. They haven't been able to find it as of yet. MMY out is still in a little bit of trouble here, as I don't think that there's really any great way for him to escape from that one. Yeah, he goes down. Storm Spirit gets the regen rune bottled, and this might be enough space for him to take the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. But you can see Warriors Gaming are certainly going to secure the bottom tower.
Yeah, I think it just felt like they just dived way too much for that. And it was really close as well. It was a really close call. Like 55 HP left on the Dark Seer, but of course he healed back up in no time. So a bit of space for WG Unity, but the rest of the cores, however, getting a lot of farm. Sven gets a T1 mid, and the stacks continue to grow. This sentry does even, yeah, it does block out the ancients, but the thing is the stack is so big, it's still going to be a very, very significant amount of money going in his pockets.
And here it comes. Helm of the Dominator, building pretty quickly into the Echo Saber, and this is going to rapidly become a huge problem for Warriors Gaming Unity. 1,500 gold on him now on top of that Ogre Club, and it looks like he's actually just going to be going straight for the Sange first, so a bit of a different look for him. Not what I was expecting, but still pretty solid.
Sange and Yasha, maybe for the meme, I guess. A bit more extra stats. But I want to talk about this top ward, the one behind the tier 1, in between the tier 1 and 2. And see, that's a very, usually you put that like, somewhere closer to this direction, but putting it all the way here is definitely out of range of any potential sentry. Sentries are usually placed here just to try and find, try to find a D ward. So I like this ward a lot. It's going to give him vision. Pity doesn't get a bit closer to the tier 2 in case of TP rotations.
Yeah, that's really the dream if they could find that. The regen rune on Storm. And for that extra mobility, and just waiting to see if he's going to end up being able to find a kill with it. Doesn't look like it as of now, but mid lane Zaki, if he spots him and thinks about it, he could go. Still probably a bit of a hard kill to take. I'm guessing that we're going to end up seeing Zaki translate this into a Dragon Lance in just a little while. Meanwhile, for the Storm Spirit, what are you thinking? Is it always Bloodstone this point in time, or is there some value in Orchid this game?
I would say Bloodstone. He doesn't have to worry about the Orchid. And I mean, I could be wrong. Orchid is also pretty good if you're going to go straight for the Tinker, but in this case, you've got the rest of your team to help you mop up. Like, that's where the Sven and the Enigma comes in. Like, I actually want to talk more about like Xiao8's itemization. He's gone for a Midas and he's got the blink, looking at Afu, looking to try to go for a kill here, but Sep has read the situation very well. Afu trying to go for a naked blink. This is like an MMY thing, but specifically in C, only Afu does this. So, trying to go for a kill into maybe here. They might be able to.
Oh, that would have been the play. They definitely could have killed him if he got the Hex off. Well, really unfortunate there. Man, that would have been like enormous. Unfortunately, that's going to end up meaning that Storm Spirit still is going to find that snowball and is just getting all the farm in the world at this point. If he ends up building into a relatively quick Bloodstone, it's going to be an issue. At least for now, though, he's still sort of middle of the pack as far as net worth is concerned, and actually runs into Nana right now. He's going to be able to dodge away from those missiles coming his way.
It's only within this tiny few minutes of space where your Tinker is farming that this is where LGD need to do whatever they can. Afu is here. Oh, but the sentry down. He didn't know. He had no idea. He tried to be sneaky, but Storm gets himself a bit more gold going his way towards the Bloodstone. Contributions. Oh, top lane. Does he actually go for the black hole here? Oh, he's going for it. Solo kill?
Oh my goodness. That's
Solo
actually
kill?
just going to kill him off. Oh
Really?
my god, and the TP away as well, because why not?
Oh my god. And now he can go for Greaves. Wow, just plain wow coming out from Xiao8.
1,000 damage with that. He got the Midnight Pulse down, the Malefice, a couple of Eidolons, and a Black Hole. Like, the amount of damage that got buffed over on the Black Hole is pretty absurd. Good stuff coming out now as well from Xiao8, and it looks like aggressive MMY in September are going to wrap around. They might just run into Zaki. Not going to go for the courier kill. Oh, they're not going to be able to find him, it looks like. He's still hanging out there. Well, September. All right. And it's going to be able to see him off on the side here. And, yeah, Zaki, you're not getting out of this one. That's a tough one. Oh, maybe? Are you kidding me? Okay, no. That's the Purified Flames for the kill.
They're untouchable, just too strong. But okay, they tried to hold it on for as long as they could, giving the kill to maybe. But MMY gets more ward money. He's going to find himself closer to an urn. I believe that was the urn, thanks courtesy of the Enchantress. So 6-3 LGD finding themselves more momentum in this game, and one still struggling to find that mechanism which he needs for his team. You look at Lifestealer, he's getting good items though. He's getting closer to a Desolator, he's got Echo Saber, he's got an Armlet. Should be able to fight like with at least on par with this Sven for now.
A little bit unfortunate that LGD do have 2 urns, but they've gotten themselves a good amount of kills. Hopefully they're going to be able to keep on refilling those rapidly. And certainly on the Oracle, it's pretty great for just, you know, the heals that you're able to give to your teams and getting that doubled up by the False Promise. Still, Afu heading his way out through the jungle. I'm not sure if he ended up getting spotted there, and they're not going to be able to find Nana either. I'm still waiting for that moment when Storm Spirit starts to, you know, just jump from across the map and get on top of that Tinker. That's really sort of that moment I think that LGD are waiting for, when maybe he gets enough farm that that's possible to get the solo kill.
Don't think we really see that for a while, because he's not, like you said, he's still trying to build his way towards the Bloodstone. And you can see now both teams just trying to aggressively farm each other's jungle, trying to starve each other out economically. And actually no, they may try for a push bottom lane. They want to push out the lane so they can try and do Roshan. You can see the dragon already coming in.
Good stuff. Aggressive in Xiao8. They are up front here and ends up going for that Malefice. This is going to be Nana in a lot of trouble. A quick kill. Sven ends up being able to find him. The backing back, trying to get out of there, but he is going to TP. Oh, Spike right on the edge of it, and they're going to be able to find that kill on aggressive. So a little bit unfortunate, but still not the worst thing in the world since they were able to kill that Tinker.
But he gives away, that's 350 gold to Sven. But anyways, yeah, thanks to that, Lion picks up his blink. It's about time, 17 minutes, and this is not the ideal timing for a naked blink on a Lion, but he doesn't have a choice. He's 0, 1, and 2, so it's still okay-ish, I guess. And Darkseid decides, okay, wait, I need to stay relevant in the game so I can catch up with farm, even EXP-wise, so he goes back for the Midas. This is, yeah, you can say it's much needed for him. Because it's so far, like, the way the resources have been spread out throughout both sides, WG Unity, the Tinker is the one who's been taking up most of the resources, but he hasn't been able to farm or do anything. Like, sorry, he hasn't been able to do anything with the farm he's gotten so far.
That's definitely true, and we'll see if that's capable of happening moving forward. Like the tower is still not getting taken down really that effectively across the map means that he's much poorer than he would be otherwise. But it still feels like Nana is having a good amount of impact in this game here. It's going to be able to keep these creep waves pushed out. Still waiting to see what happens with maybe in the Storm Spirit jump in. Finger of Death, guess what? That's what happens. You get killed rather rapidly, and all of the TPs mid are not going to be able to save maybe in the mid lane.
And aggressive, like they knew the general direction in which they came from, so they're going to try and clear this ancient stack. Do they have a ward up there? No, they do not, but that was the good timing from Afu to just back off at the right time. So Bloodstone completed 18 minutes and a half in from the storm, despite dying, and that's okay. So they buy themselves a bit more space, and I think they want to use their next smoke to combine with the black hole.
Oh, black hole available if they wanted to go for it, but not as of yet. Raging away, Ajit's still fine, and yeah, they're not gonna end up committing too much for that one. Zaki, oh, the boulder smash almost enough, but not going to be able to make it happen. The hurl boulder was not enough to keep Zaki from getting his TP canceled. Meanwhile, over there in the river, looking for Afu. That's Zhao with the double black hole. Going to be able to go for the Earth Splitters. Well, and that's going to be a 2. Nicely played over there on the bottom side. Sven finds the kill on the Enchantress. 3 dead rapidly across the map for LGD.
And Nana continues to split push. So yeah, this is just really, really rough. I can't emphasize how rough this is for WG Unity. If they want to come back right now, they need to pull off a great Darkseer combo into the Darkseer Infest Bomb or something. And Enchantress needs to start transitioning further and further into the core, get the Yags up.
Oh, Oracle is the one that ended up getting that last hit there. Still a decent answer to the Tinker by and large. Looks like Sven's going to be going back for the BKB after this, so they want to try and keep up this pressure and move the game right along, not wanting to have to contend with late game Tinker in the least bit. But it does sort of make me wonder a little bit. Now, what is it that they're trying to do? Are they going to try and break the base here, or is it just more about not getting picked off and killed by this Tinker?
Take Roshan first. Your Storm, he can actually just go straight for the Tinker now. He's at a satisfactory amount of farm. Just look at all the cores on LGD side. Because you've always got the Black Hole and the Sven to clear up the rest of the team. Lifesteal is getting kited around very, very hard. So yeah, it just boils down to like between the position 2 players to just sort things up by themselves and let the rest of the team just mop up the rest. So right now, LGD in very good form. You just look at their side. I mean, just look at how fat Xiao 8 is. 21 minutes and he has a mech, almost a BKB completed with the Midas. He could choose to go back for Greaves after shortly, and he has a Blink Dagger as well. And he's already level 16. What else can I say?
That guy, and he was left pretty much free farm in the jungle, so there wasn't anybody stopping him. If you're going to allow the Enigma to basically go boots Midas after Soul Ring, you're going to have a bad time throughout the rest of the game. We'll leave it at that. And it does look like, at least for now, still, well, they were able to find a couple kills on the Storm Spirit. The 13 Bloodstone charges, and really going to start to, I think, snowball after these next couple of kills. Not sure how you deal with it for Warriors Gaming Unity. They need to just get either another great Blink with a Lifestealer and Fest Bomb or something else like that, but it's not easy.
Enchantress needs to start farming up quickly. This is not a good game to because her early game presence was so meek, just not there. So she needs to really get that Ags up ASAP. You can see right now she's level 8. Look at levels wise. WG Unity, the supports are so far behind. Level 9 and 8 on your Lion and Enchantress. You look at Oracle and ET, 11 and 10. That just tells you like the EXP distribution, how far behind they are.
That's not exactly even. 10k net worth lead and right around 14,000 experience at 22 minutes. You know, I said it at the beginning of this game that if this could end up getting pretty ugly if both drafts end up working the way that we thought they were going to, and it does seem indeed like that has happened. I was expecting the Storm Spirit to get more, but really, even though he's not incredibly farmed, he's still just going to inherently be able to deal well with the Tinker as the game goes later. So it's a really rough situation. BKB now up and online for that Enigma with the Desolator on the Lifestealer. They're just going to hope for anything at all to try and make this work for themselves, but it's starting to feel like it's going to go out of their control if they're not careful.
So right now the 3-man smoked up. Let's see whether they can do something about this. They might go for a wraparound, which they can bump into a very, very vulnerable and tasty Enchantress, but they do see Xiao 8, so the good thing about this, because he's not smoked up, they shouldn't be suspecting the smoke, but they're pinging out the Roche, saying, hey, wait, everyone else is off the map, and that's because they have such deep vision into the enemy jungle. Enchantress, very, very careful little range creep, providing a bit of vision there. But okay, look, aggressive, where are you hitting?
I mean, the vision advantage for Warriors Gaming is pretty ridiculous. They've got all eyes there throughout the jungle, and they ping out that they're probably hitting this way. That's a little bit odd. Afu, okay, not alone. He does have the Lifestealer inside of him, but Lifestealer takes a little while before he actually pops out, and now they end up dropping the black hole on his head. Oh, Stormsphere wants to get there. He wanted that Bloodstone shard.
It just felt like because they suspected 3 heroes are off, and my guess is one tried to go for a blind vacuum into a wall combo, but no one was there. So when that wasn't, and no one was there, they just walked up the up the stairs thinking, okay, maybe we find one person, but disaster. And LGD, now you see maybe he's gonna claim that Aegis, and you can't even kill maybe once. How are you gonna kill him twice?
Yeah, this is the Orchid build that he's gonna be going back for now after the Bloodstone. Just a way to jump on top of and destroy that Tinker. Honestly, any of these heroes, you could cause a lot of trouble, even on the Lifestealer to a large extent. So the more I look at this, the more I feel like it's LGD in a great position, just by virtue of their draft, to be able to win this in the later stages of this game. We'll see how they end up being able to play it. There's always a possibility for these games to go away that you're not expecting. But for me, at least, it needs to come off the back of these Afu initiations with the Lion. They need to find something out of it.
And one as well. He's going to get closer to the blink. That Midas is paying off slowly, and his net worth is almost on par with the Lifestealer. Like, usually when you pick a Lifestealer, you know, you want to be fighting. He's got the Deso, he's got the Saber, he has the Armlet, but they haven't been able to fight at all, because LGD just hasn't been giving them the space or the opportunities at all. You look at aggressive now. Okay, he's got a blink. Afu.
Well, he turns around, pops the BKB in 2-shot now on top of the Lion. Unfortunately, maybe not quite in range for that Bloodstone.
Oh, Xiao 8.
You saw that. Like, that's why you end up picking the Lion for the instant initiation. Xiao 8 is far forward, but can at least walk around for the moment. Oh, the false promise. He gets it off. There's the blink away. Not going to be able to find him. Jumping in on top of Afu and maybe trying to find the kill. He ends up getting hexed up. A little bit of an overextension. Is going to try and run away and not be able to kill off Afu. Aggressive. Oh, the blink away. Lion out of there with a dash, and very well played. All right. That laser mischance, that was legit. Well played there by Nana, saving his buddy.
And you gotta give him, like, Afu some credit as well. Like, those quick reflexes. Stormhammer coming in from the Sven, and he just juked it. Such reflexes coming in. That was a pretty sick moment, despite no one really dying there. But good play coming up from both sides.
Absolutely. And now, again, we're looking at the net worth lead. It's about 14,000 into the favor of LGD with 20,000 experience. And I'm struggling to see the initiation angle. Like, it needs to be just a big 5-on-5 team fight, but these little pickoffs that happen, and they can't allow that to happen for Nana. He's just going to get jumped upon, and Sven finds the kill. You can see that the rest of Warriors Gaming Unity are just not really having a great place to jump to. I mean, Lion has Blink, but he also, only other item he has is Brown Boots. There's the jump forward, tries to find aggressive, gonna do whatever he can. Finger of Death comes out, and they are gonna be able to find it. That's what they needed. Meanwhile, still in the jungle, they're gonna be able to jump the Enchantress, and Zaki, surrounded on all sides, is gonna fall.
Alright, so they're kind of still in this game, but you look at the side of LGD, but they find Nana again. Does he black hole for this? Oh no.
Would have been the play. Maybe worth noting is still got his Orchid online and is finding kills across the map. even though he ended up dying there and burning through the Aegis, he's still in a really great position to make moves here, and he can always just initiate now. There's not really anything that's stopping him as long as Warriors Gaming Unity aren't all grouped together.
And it takes so many heroes just to kill the Sven. Just really rough. He even managed to get one right click in though. So I think I don't know, if he was really paying attention, like super on point, he could still pop the BKB and try to turn that around. But yeah, this game is still very, very far ahead for LGD. WGU Unity just need more pickoffs like that before they can fight on even terms with LGD. But you also have to bear in mind, like Xiaowei is just very, very tanky. BKB, Greaves, he's got the blink for the black hole. Might even think about building to an Octarine core. Oh, looking maybe.
No. Alright, Ajit silence, so no rage as of yet, but aggressive jumps in. Where's the stun? Oh, you needed it right there. Not going to be able to find it. Afu instead is going to be the one that ends up falling. Now Nana trying to escape for the moment. Can he actually get out of there? It does look like it's going to be an escape.
If it was daytime, Storm could have gotten it.
Well, he didn't have his he didn't have his pull that time, so it wouldn't have been able to be a kill. But the 8 bloodstone charges right now on Tinker, you can see after finding that kill there when he was stuck over in the trees, it's really a big problem when gonna end up getting stunned. Stormhammer already out. He does have God Strength, doesn't pop it at this point though. Still not feeling completely comfortable.
All alone. Oh, now he pops it.
Okay, maybe gonna jump onto Zaki. Finds him on the other side. There, he's not going to end up even hitting him. He said kills off the creep and the cleave damage is going to be enough. If he was just hitting the Enchantress, that wouldn't have been able to be a kill. Wen is going to go for the vacuum wall, but not nearly enough. He goes down again to the aggressive Sven.
I guess you can just say game is hard. That's all you can say for WG Unity right now. I'm still trying to think of a way for them to come back into this. But it's just simple. LGD is just outclassing WG Unity in almost every single aspect of the game.
Jump forward in the middle of the river. Maybe he's going to die. So there is little heart, and there's moments where you can find these kills. But again, it's not really solving the major issue, which is the Sven. They've got answers to the Storm Spirit, but I mean, you've now got an AC on this guy, 19,000 net worth, compared with the Life Stealer who's supposed to man up against it, 7k behind.
He needs his own counter AC, and then he can hope for a bit more respite. But you look at Zaki, he's still on just a Dragon Lance, Brown Boots, and a wand. This is a very, very poor Enchantress who is begging for something, just anything to get some more damage output coming out on Zaki. This is a really, really hard game for him.
Well, maybe it's going to be going back for the BKB next, it looks like. Oh man, Tinker. This is a bold move, Nana. It's going to be throwing out those March the Machines and needs to get out of there unless... Okay, he's realizing the inherent danger of his situation. LGD just take down the tower. There's not really anything to stop him here.
Nana? Careful. I'm really nervous just watching Nana play because he makes all these very, very dangerous moves. Like you just saw the enemy team in your jungle and he still just TP to the middle lane, so high risk, high reward.
It ends up working for him though. They just have the catapult here to try and push in towards the tier 2 tower. So he killed off the creep wave. That allows the rest of his team to farm a little bit more. He's buying them time, which is what he has to do. So there's pieces of this that are working pretty effectively. Siege creep here, and guess what? The tower's going down.
Roche not yet up, but it's gonna be up in a few minutes, and Wen just scouted it out, so you got like a minute, 1 minute more, 1 minute 2. And bottom lane, they do get a bit more space. WG Unity, well, Afu, 1600 gold, he's been saving up for something. Could be a Ghost Scepter just in case for the Sven. But Sven doesn't even have to kill you with direct hits, he just kills you with his cleavage. It's a cleave damage, and you look at everything else. I mean, we just saw the Enchantress 2 hits through a creep, and what, 75 HP left. Refreshers coming out.
That was a real big problem. And yeah, you take a look at this, the refresher, not just for the black hole, but also BKB, because why not? There's a lot of different things that you can cause trouble with here. The Smoke Gate is going to be scouted out, it looks like, as LGD did have, or rather Warriors Gaming Unity did have wards in the area. But by the same token, with maybe over here in the woods. He can think about going in on this. The rest of the side of Warriors Gaming do not realize that this is coming. I mean, they saw them. It was smoked under ward, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
But they're
Afu!
still hanging out, and
Bye.
they jumped on top of the Lion. He is going to go down, and the rest, oh my god, this is so well set up! LGD jump in onto Ajit. He's going to end up falling here. Oh my god, they were coming to try and defend to help out their Lion, and there's just no way for them to stop it.
Pull.
Oh my god, and they catch on to Zaki as well. He's going to fall. Oh man.
Xiaowei has a refresher's ult now. He sells the Midas or sells the Soul Ring, he has it. Oh, this is such a farmed Enigma who's keeping up in farm with a Sven and out farming a Tinker. Xiaowei playing out of his mind.
Well, there's a Hex down onto aggressive at least, and little bits and pieces here and there to try and keep them controlled. If they're gonna find a way back into this game, it has to be off the back of that Tinker. And granted, we talked about the matchup being a struggle against the Storm Spirit. He's only died once to him once we've gotten out of the laning stage, pretty much. So he's been playing it about as well as you can, but it's still it's such a difficult one here.
And that's why Dota is a team game. You can cover like tiny loopholes here and there, but you need the rest of your team to help you keep the ship from sinking. And this ship is sinking very, very quickly. 21-7. WG Unity is so far behind, and your Sven's gonna get another item soon. He's gonna sell the treads. He's gonna buy something like a Daedalus or even a Scotty for your life stealer. Daedalus would be actually huge to just cleave everyone down. He could actually one hit the line of a good crit.
Xiaowei popped his BKB
Yeah.
and was trying to find somebody, but no great luck there. The
he
smoke
popped
ain't
the
coming through. Afu looking for the kill. Immediate BKB coming from aggressive. That's going to keep him alive. Still chasing. It's going to just cleave through the Lion and still doing a decent chunk of damage onto Ajit. He's not going to be able to stand up to this. Oh, last second. Nana comes in for the save. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Over on the other side, Oracle is able to take down the Darkseer. Zaki dismantled. And much like the rest of Warriors Gaming Unity, they are just going to continue to fall.
Getting destroyed, 1300 gold swing, 3 heroes down the side of WG Unity, and whew, what can I say? This yeah,
it's a rough one.
He's got the crit already. He's got the quick stylist. So I pity the Lion and the Enchantress this game because it's just one of those sad games to be a support player. It's the reason why you don't want to be a support player going up against super farmed cores, and you're about to see soon, very, very soon.
Do you see these creeps that are running through the jungle?
Oh yeah, Enigma Darkseer Wall was like, he pulled the creep wave all the way back.
It's a little bit odd. These ones are they're just going to be going by the rune spot, so
it's the new meta.
That's
dude.
a thing.
It's the new meta. Like you instead of a double creep wave, you're gonna get like what, 3.5.
It's going to be huge. All right, mid lane. That's just another dead
awful.
Lion. He is in trouble. I mean, Nana's going to try his very bestest to keep them pressed out with these creep waves, and they do end up being able to finish them all off. One lone creep not even able to make it through there. So the backdoor protection not disabled. They're still going to try and fight their way through it.
Just look at Xiaowei, he's standing.
Strength, and I think they are going to be able to kill it off. They have a glyph available, and they do end up using it. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Just breaking backdoor protection casually.
Jump. Black hole, Ajit going down. He's going to die. They did get off the mechanism, but not nearly enough. Now Zaki also going to be brought down, and 4 heroes dead in an instant. Enigma with the double. And now they're breaking it. You've just got Nana continuing to try and cut the creep wave. Can they find the kill? He jukes them out. Heads down when he thought they were going up.
And this is just really, really frustrating. I mean, if you're LGD, this is like playing against a Naga, except you got a really annoying Tinker cutting the creep wave. And they still can't get the tier 2s. So WG Unity holding on for dear life.
Oh, maybe Hexed continuously. He's not going to be able to find Nana. He went up and Nana was just right there. He thought he blinked away.
Daedalus up on your Sven.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And at least for now, September, as well as MMY, keeping things cool down here in the bottom lane. Nana has been playing out of his mind this whole time, just doing everything possible to keep them stuck to here and, you know, cutting the creep waves, but it just does not feel like they have a winning draft. Every time they move one way, like LGD are capable of taking a fight. They're stalling, but they don't really have a thing that they're stalling to. There's not an item that solves all the problems that are there. It's a rough one.
And Bloodthorn's gonna come on maybe soon. 17 Bloodstone charges. Alright, game is just tough. Nana's still trying to cut the creep wave back, but they will just contend themselves with Roshan. That's aggressive. Yeah, they're gonna give it to Maybe again, drop the TP. Alright, WG Unity, if there's any time for a big Hail Mary play, this is not the time just yet. But looks like they're going for it anyways. Do they have a smoke? No, they do not. Bloodthorn up on the storm as well. Oh, they're going straight for Nana, this could be it!
Oh my god, Black Hole, he's going down. No great way to stop it, and looking for a little bit more now. Aggressive is not going to be able to find that kill when. With the Lifestealer inside of him, they're going to end up buying back on the Tinker, trying to find a bit more here. They drop down the Magnet. They are going to go now onto Zhao Wei. That's a false promise from MMY, keeping himself alive, but probably not for too much longer, as he is going to probably pop from this. Aggressive jumps in, 2 people caught, so much damage to Ghost Scepter, but they end up being able to bring him down with the Storm roll forward, maybe killing him off. That's a dieback, and Zaki, meanwhile, is going to be able to TP out. So 2 dead. More importantly, this is no Tinker for another 50 seconds, and that could be curtains.
This is it. This is definitely at least the lane of racks. Without the Tinker, they just can't defend. There's no counter push at all. Lion buys back, but what can he do? Can he just finger aggressive? Nice back combo coming in. Ajit, he's trying to man fight, but the damage output from this vent too much. Oh, it does evaporate.
That was actually really good play by Maybe. He just got a triple in spectacular fashion. Granted, that was about as good as it could have gone. The vacuum with the Earth Spike and the whole time Lifestealer hitting away on him. GG is finally called as LGT take a demonstrative 2-0 victory over Warriors Gaming Unity. And Maybe playing that Storm Spirit and doing it well. What are your thoughts after taking a look at these past 2 series that we watched here?
Okay, we talk about the Empire game. I think that was as close as it could get, but Empire, they just need to step up the game against Wings Gaming. Like, yeah, it's okay to try and outdraft them, but it just boiled down to in-game decisions. They just weren't on the same page. But the LGD and WG Unity side, WG Unity, they just clearly lack the experience going up against LGD. And the drafting minds, the disparity is so big because Xiaowei, he knew what was coming in. He identified immediately what WG Unity, like what the strong points are. You ban out Wun's heroes and you're just forcing him to play Darkseer every game. He's not an RATK. He's not going to come out with an amazing Darkseer play out of nowhere. And Zaki as well, the enchanters, like the idea was there, but like we said, you know, no impact. So anyways, well played to LGD, and good luck to WG Unity tomorrow.
Absolutely. This is Nanyang again, the championship season 2, and there was a lot of question marks going into this. How is China going to perform relative to the rest of the world? We're hoping to see a little bit of Fnatic, the EGs, the secrets in this tournament. At least for now, it's still taking a look at the DC, the Empire, and of course, most recently, Warriors Gaming Unity. China ends up going 3-0 on day number 1. Day number 2 is going to continue tomorrow. We're going to be taking a look at Vici Gaming Reborn and the rest of the upper bracket matchups, which is going to be LGD against the winner of Vici Gaming Reborn and Newbie. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be a great set of games, and I think that we finish off the rest of the upper bracket matchups before we head down to the lower bracket, which is going to take place the day after that. So more great games still to come. Again, Hades, thank you for joining me a little bit earlier on today. We also had Ryu. Follow them on Twitter if you feel so inclined. Myself as well at Lyrical Dota. And most importantly, stay tuned for more great stuff coming in just a little while. We'll see you guys later.